So I've just installed this new electric fence. You can see that white wire across the top there. And down there is our bull, and it's all charged up. Now he has escaped out of here a couple of times. He was putting his weight on top of the fence and sort of pushing down. I don't know how he was getting out, but there was a couple of vulnerable spots. But now, what we're waiting for right here, so we've got the bull and the goats. You can see the goats in there. Oh, let me zoom in a little bit. There's the goats. Now we've got the bull here. Just waiting to see whether he takes a risk. No, not yet. I'm just going to wait patiently because he doesn't know that white cable up there is fully charged now. So we are waiting for the bull to touch the electric fence, and if he does, but in the meantime, it's got to watch out down around here because there's been snakes. I've got the quad bike here if all else fails. We've had quite a few snakes around here. If you've been on our other live streams, you've seen it. I sort of follow these animals. A lot of people are surprised that the goats and the bull and they all live together. There's the mini horse too, which she's over. Let's see if I can zoom in. The white little fatso in there. That's a little Shetland. She's in there. But it's this guy that we want to see. And I am just busting to see him touch it because I just touched the fence myself. And I touched it with one hand. And I was touching the quad bike with the other hand. I was sitting on the quad bike. I just kind of reached touch with the back of my fingers so my fingers didn't grip onto it when the electric charge came through my body. But what happened was I touched it with my left hand, and my right hand that was touching the quad bike just jumped off the quad bike. I absolutely shit myself because I was expecting like just a little zap, almost like sticking your tongue on a 12-volt battery, but a bit more than that. But yeah, this was like a pulse that went through my body, and I pretty surprised actually how crazy that was. So anyway, it's a beautiful day. We are live in the Hunter Valley in New South Wales, Australia, and we've just opened up this whole new back area for the bull and the goats, but they all hang out together. It's pretty crazy. So he's having a bit of a munch on that tree, and I'm just waiting to see where the old mate goes and sniffs the new cable on top of the electric fence, because I reckon it's going to work. And also that fence, like I was saying, I just touched it. Now someone's just joined. If you could say hi just to let me know you're there, that'd be handy, just because this is a new live stream. But yeah, I've just put that electric fence on top, and now our bull there, he's kind of hanging around a little bit, and I'm just waiting for him to go touch his nose on it because he has escaped out of here a couple of times, which is just nuts. Really hard to get back, but he's in here with the goats. It all goes through all the trees, but I've had to go and chop all the trees and make sure no branches fall down onto the electric fence. But yeah, I just went up to that fence. I just installed it and charged it up. I was sitting on the quad bike and I touched the fence with my left hand, like on the back of my fingers, because the guy that sold us the I touched the back of with the back of my fingers, because if you grab with your hand, it's going to clench on and zap you even more. And I was sitting on the quad bike with my right hand on the throttle, and I just reached over, and as I touched the electric fence with my left hand as a test, it sent a pulse, and my right hand jumped off the throttle. But anyway, I'm waiting to see whether the bull, because he's had a couple of goes at trying to get off. Oh, don't worry about leaving those comments, that's rubbish. Best to jump off if you're going to do that. Yeah, this bull, he's escaped a couple of times, and I just charged the electric fence, that white wire going across the top. And also the goats tend to go under. But yeah, this guy, he was stepping on top of the fence and sort of, you know, trying to get his way over. Sam says hi. Hey Sam, thanks for joining the live stream. We've got the goats, the bull. Yeah, good, thanks. We're just testing out the new electric fence, which I just tested for myself. If you look over here, if everyone online looks over here, you'll see, see that? That's our little fat little hungry white Shetland. Oh Sam, you're from Melbourne. Hey, we're in New South Wales in the Hunter Valley. We've got the goats, we've got the little hungry little horse. She eats heaps. We've got a couple of baby goats here, there's one. And they all hang out with this big guy, the bull. Because a lot of people ask, you know, does the bull and the goats and the horse get on? Well, they do. They actually hang out together. In fact, if you're on the live stream the other day, we're pretty much in the same spot all through here. So a snake just came across here, and the snake was going towards our goats. So we were chasing the snake on the live stream. I've got the quad bike over there as a backup, because if the snakes, they're in here, if you see one of the goats jump, you'll know why. But they're not, well, they were red belly black snakes, the ones that were in here. So not the most dangerous, but nothing this guy can't handle. Anyway, but I am worried about the little goats a little bit. So we were chasing the snake away from our goats. But anyway, the bull has been escaping, and I've charged up the electric fence now. So I did about almost a kilometre of electric fencing, and it costed about 1,400 Australian dollars. But I've still got 500 metres of cable left, and I can do another kilometre with the charger I bought. So you can get 2 kilometres, and it goes way around. You're probably not going to be able to see, this is an old winery, but it goes way around to the other side. And I just went and checked it. I went and touched the electric fence. If you've just joined, I just had my first experience with our new electric fence. I touched it, and it sent a pulse from one side of my body to the other, and I absolutely jumped. I wasn't expecting it to be so full on. And the reason we did it was because of this guy. Because if he gets out, he just goes swimming in the water. It's a big dam, and then he goes down the back, way over the back, and he's really hard to get back. So we're now trapping him in, which didn't work until today. I reckon this electric fence is going to shock the crap out of him. So, which is pretty cool. And also the goats too, you know, they jump up and they're going to touch it, and pretty quick. I mean, I'd love to be able to lead him. If you've got any ideas on how to get a bull to purposely touch an electric fence, I guess maybe I could wave some hay on the other side of it, but or I'll just wait for him to experience it himself. So I'm just going to follow him, because that fence is just right there where that little goat is, and I'm hoping one of the baby goats doesn't touch it. But it's also, they tend to go under the fence anyway. They're like snakes. And speaking of snakes, if you've been on the live stream, there was 500 of you the other day watching the live stream. All through here we were chasing a snake. You can see our goats over there. It was heading towards the goats. But anyway, I'm going to keep an eye on, see, like in this sort of thick rough here where this goat is, and he's big and juicy. Snakes might like him. Yeah, but if you've got any thoughts about any ideas on how to keep snakes away from goats, if you're watching, or I mean, out here, we're out in the bush. There's no way you're going to stop the snakes. But if you've got any ideas how to stop snakes, we've got a couple of little goats here, like that one there. And then there's the big bull over there. But they all sort of hang around together, which is good. And I reckon the bull definitely intimidates them a bit, which is good. And also there's 13 of them. They're spread out a little bit now. There's some over there. You can see how good see that paddock over behind the fence line that goes up to house? That's where they live, and they keep it like a golf course. So now what we've got, if you've just joined, we've got this old winery here, and we've got the bulls and the goats in here, and we put them in here a couple of weeks ago, and I reckon, give it about 3 months, this here will look like a golf course. And it sounds silly, but they did it over there, and it's just like perfect. You could literally, you know, play golf on it. It's that clean. But what we're doing though, we've just installed the electric fence over there, because this big Highlander bull that we've got here, hang on, I'll just come around a bit. We've got to watch on the ground too for snakes, because that's the biggest issue here, and we get them. Actually, we had 2 on the live stream the other day. We did 2 live streams with the animals, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and there was a snake on both of them. And we sort of followed the snake, because it was going straight towards all our little goats here. You can see these are mini goats. Like, look at that little one there. There's a chance if a snake got him, it could wrap itself around him. It wouldn't eat him, or it's definitely going to knock him over if it bites him. So the little ones tend to hang around the big Highlander bull. What we're hoping for though, Ranger has subscribed. Thanks for subscribing. Yeah, any likes, if you want to leave some likes, all that, it all helps towards feeding the animals. So yeah, if you want to do that, that'd be cool. Actually, this is a new live stream platform we're using. This is the first time, so if anyone wants to hit the like button, I'd be able to see what comes up on the screen, but you don't have to. But yeah, you can see the bull there is just, look at him, he's just munching away. But I really want him to go touch that fence over there. And I just wonder, because the goats are staying close to him, I just wonder if there's something going on here. I can't see a snake. And if I do see a snake, I'm gonna go jump on the quad bike over there and chase the shit out of it. Come on, big guy, go and touch the fence. It's over there behind him. You can see it just there. I literally just installed it and started it up, the electric fence. I'm just waiting, because he's escaped a couple of times. I'm waiting for him to go and put his nose on it, because I touched it with my hand and it absolutely put a pulse right through my body. Like way more than I was expecting, to be honest. I was expecting a bit of like a battery shock, but not in this case. So I'm just going to hang out and wait for him. I'll probably record it. But thanks for watching, and I'll log off now and I'll come back on. If he's walking towards the fence, I'll come back on if you see it come up on your stream. That'd be awesome. Alrighty, thanks for watching.